Hello! Happy day 100! Day 100! I can't believe. And I know it's not exactly day 100 because I had a little Christmas break and there's a couple of days that I merged two together. But then I also did additional videos. And so, you know what? I'm calling it day 100. I have videos numbered from 0 to 100 um, now, which is kind of cool. That means I've been doing this over 3 months. To be fair, it feels like I've been doing it for 12 months minimum. But 3 months is really cool, and I'm glad I've stuck with it, even if it's just for my own records, or one day in the future, grandkids can be like, "Oh, that's what Granddad was like." um, I'm aware I've been wearing this jumper all week, so please forgive me on that one. I do wash, I do change my undergarments, but how often do you need to change a jumper, really? You mix it up for fashion's sake, or when you get your breakfast down it, which, let's be honest, happens to us all at the best of times. Um, but here we go. So, you might have noticed at the beginning of my video, I made a title sequence. Well, technically, me and Evan made the title sequence. Evan is playing that music. In fact, Evan surprised me with that. I was asking him to show me how to use CapCut, and then I went to brew up for us both. I came back and both played and he'd played and recorded and set as the soundtrack some Banjolele, a little Banjolele riff, which is what you hear. So I was just like, that's great. And then you've got kind of just I made a little script to connect to YouTube, and then just grab all of the thumbnails from all of the videos that I've made, or up to the point I did that. So there's 98 thumbnails of my face in that flickering bit. So I just thought it was fun. I've got a little card that goes at the end as well. I didn't really know what to put on it, so hey, like and subscribe. I probably need to do other things like start making better use of hashtags, and I don't know, can I cross post to Insta or TikTok? I'm not. It's not that I'm not good at social media. Social media's been a part of my life since, well, what, 2005 I first discovered Facebook. And even before that, I ran my own kind of internet chat room. So social media ain't new to me, but it's so divisive. It's all putting money in the hands of evil empires, and it's, they're designed to be addictive. They're designed to produce unhealthy habits. So I don't. I've got a Facebook. I don't use it very much. I've got pages for the Forge and for the bikes and things, which I need to have. But otherwise, I tend to keep off socials on the most part. So I don't really know whether I want to expand my portfolio. I also don't want to be spending half the day just managing that. I have no desire to be an influencer. That's not what this is about. So maybe I'll stick with YouTube for a bit, but I'll just with the YouTube, but I'll get better at hashtags and stuff. So first thing I can say is thank you all for bearing with me. I know I have 22 subscribers at this point. Some of whom I know, some of whom I don't. Please, anybody that's watching, do feel free comment with questions. I will answer within reason any question that I'm asked. I have had things like, I have had hate for my deeply liberal stance. I have had people saying, "Why are you making these videos?" I think I've explained that repeatedly, but I wanted to document this phase of my life because this is a hugely pivotal time, and to be able to look back on this, even if I don't have loads of people watching, to be able to look back at it and just say, well, that was what my headspace was at that point. I think that's a really good thing. And document the journey. Hopefully, in a year's time, there'll be amazing things happening. I've got a lot of hard work between now and then to get there. But I will also have this document of all of it, or at least certainly every day. Like I'm not gonna be showing you every day. Oh, look at all these things I'm welding. Oh, look at all these bikes I'm fixing. That'll be part of it. But I mean, the main thing, and I think it's clear at this point, is that what I'm doing is I'm primarily discussing my headspace, my motivations, my feelings on the world, mental health, family. It's what I'm doing is I'm giving thoughts within a context of what's happening in my daily life. And honestly, I make no apologies for that. It's what it is. But it would be really, really nice to have a little more interactivity, and I am going to, the production values on this channel is the start of it, but then there will be more things, and as the weather gets warmer and as I'm able to get back into the bothy, I'm going to be, I'm just going to have a lot more to film. But as you saw, I got my shelter finished yesterday, so I can, well, it's too cold anyway today, but I can get back to using that outside space for bikes, which can be really, really good. But obviously the long-term plan is get everything down to the bothy, which I'm going to start doing, as I mentioned, in anger soon. Getting the marquee for the forge is going to be great. Well, I say we. It's like I'm talking. I am both sides of the we to some degree. But I've bought, as I said, this marquee to go at the forge, and I will be using it from time to time as like a bit of a bike showroom. So any bikes that I've kind of fixed up ready for sale, I can put in there. They're not cluttering up the workshop, and then anytime somebody wants a bike, I can just be like, showroom, boom. Of course, that wouldn't interfere with forge events because I wouldn't let it. That's not the point. But there's a definite positive trajectory, and I'm all for that. The other cool thing today is everybody else is out. I'm here with the dogs, and that's it. They've gone to Inverary to do trampolining, and I was going to go actually, but Nina gets a little bit concerned about leaving the dogs. She just has a much better time if she knows somebody's kind of looking after them and the house is being cared for and protected and nothing's getting chewed and nothing's setting on fire. So I'm happy to do it. Honestly, it's so rare now that I get the house to myself. I'm going to enjoy it. I need to sit around eating chicken wings in my pants, but I don't have any chicken wings. Oh, I do have bacon though. I do have bacon for a bacon. Bacon sandwich. Bacon sandwich today. And that's about all I've got to say. I hope day 100 is treating you well, wherever you are. And yeah, do let me know what you think of my new production.